Welcome back, guys. In today's video, finally going to be putting on this SFI 18.1 balancer that I've actually had for quite a while. Not gonna lie, I got it from Summit. I don't know where. Yeah, here's the part number SUM C2520. It is for a 4.8, 5.3, or 6.0. Don't need that. So receipt. Look how pretty that is. That is so nice. Like, that is what we're putting on. It is a long snout. I think that's what I wanted. But pretty much, we're gonna be installing this and the alternator pulley thingy. I don't know why I need that either. To do this job, you're actually gonna need a GM harmonic balancer puller that I got from Amazon. This thing was like 35 bucks, I wanna say. Go ahead and buy one, you're gonna need it. Also, guys, don't forget, when you have one of these, and you go to the track and they're gonna ask you to show you a required, your card. Pretty much this is what they're talking about. You gotta keep this for the inspection where the SFI certification is required by the race, whatever word body. So make sure to keep this on you at all times when you go to an actual racetrack. Now I pretty much gotta rip everything apart. I think all I really need to do is take this out and the belt off, and I think maybe this charge pipe. So pretty self-explanatory. Let's just go ahead and rip this off. Alright, once you got your charge pipe off, if you got a twin turbo setup obviously, take your belt off here with your 15 and then go ahead and get your tool hooked up accordingly. You got those 3 teeth that actually hook. I hope you guys can see. You can kind of see the black part here. I'll kind of highlight it. So pretty much you're just going to grab it with your 3 teeth just like that and start tightening it and it'll pull right off. And just like that, it's off. Here is the old one. This one is literally like not 60 pounds. Wow, am I exaggerating on that one? That's probably like, say 10 pounds. This one's like, about 15. That one's a little bit heavier. But you guys can see a huge difference in the two. Let's put a good side-by-side comparison actually. So you guys can see here a little bit of a difference. That's why they tell you you're gonna have to use a different belt to actually make this work. So now I just need to figure out how to put this one on. What I kind of want to do is, you know, heat this thing up and then slide it on. I mean, I can see how well it's gonna slide on to begin with, but normally these things are machined almost perfectly. So I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do here. Really don't know if that was the correct way to do it. What I actually did was took my old crank pulley or crank bolt and put it in the middle. I actually got about like 6 or 7 threads on there when I was tightening it. I was like, okay. And I just started tightening it. My only issue is right here. It kind of sticks out just a little bit. I know the older one, the stock one, isn't as long. I don't know if that's gonna cause an issue or not, if it might leak oil. I mean, I guess I'll find out. But now, what I need to do is put everything back together and then see. Well, first off, I gotta take this one apart and put my pulley on there. Maybe this is the same bolt. It is. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off. I just gotta put the nut back on it and tighten it down, I guess. Cool. All right, I'm taking this belt to advance. I got one that's gonna cross-reference. Hopefully it works. I just looked at this one. That belt is about right to here. So I need something like 6 inches shorter. I'm gonna go ahead and get a new tensioner as well. Sit down there, because this one it's not bad, but it feels weak. But I'm gonna hop on the old bike and take this thing for a ride. I haven't rode it in about a week now. So I'm gonna take this thing to advance and see what I can do. You know, maybe I'll make some bike videos. Let me know down below if you guys actually want to see that on the little Kawasaki. So just let me know. So I'm gonna head out. I'll see you when I get back. So the belt that I thought was gonna work was literally like 4 inches too short. So I just took a piece of string, or actually wire, and I ran it around the actual accessories and I tightened it up, and then I pushed down on the tensioner. I mean, this part, the wire, should be a really good tight fit. So now I need to go back to advance, give me the right dang belt, and we should be all good. Well, if I use the smaller pulley, which kind of got ate up because I kind of had to make a actual socket that'll work for this. But this belt actually works. This is the Dayco 506 0705, which is a 6K, which is, well, it's a 6K 705, which means 6K is 6 ribs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And then 705 is the, I think it's the millimeters. How many millimeters that is, I don't know what that is in inches. I'm not gonna convert it for you. Do it yourself. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is put everything back together and see what she sounds like. If, you know, hopefully this is tight. I really hope this works, I really do. And then, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna feel differently, but let's go ahead and get this back together. Running all right. Let's go ahead and check the tension on the belt. It's not leaking oil so far. I know that's good. I can't see anything on the ground. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that I bought some wheels for the old truck. Looking pretty nice, do you say so myself? These are 20x9 off-road something, I don't know. I'm not a truck person or a wheel person for trucks, but it doesn't look too bad. The sun kind of messes it up, but it's cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna let that idle, make sure everything's gonna work properly. I'll check my gauges and I might go drive it. What I wanna do now is do a power bleed on it again, because I did the bleeding wrong on it. Hopefully that'll help my actual brake boosting problem when I'm trying to power brake it. I don't know, we'll find out. I'm just gonna let it idle. I thought I got all the misfires taken care of, but what the hell? Come on! And just like that, it is all back on the ground. I actually got a chance to wipe it back down because they're trying to pave my roads, and they're supposed to start tomorrow, which is Monday, and they want no rain, but as you guys can tell, it's cloudy with a chance of rain. But there's no more, you know, really crappy, huge, you know, drops. But pretty much all I gotta do now is put the little bit of the interior that I have left to put back together, and then just go test drive it, make sure the brakes are still gonna work like they're supposed to. We'll see if it'll hold. I don't know. If I can hold, you know, 2800 on the foot brake and launch, I don't know. Maybe these front wheels come off the ground. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? We'll find out. All right, let the garage door close before I head out of here. I have no idea how much gas I have. That's always good to go do a couple passes here, make sure everything's good. And honestly, having a cage here kind of sucks. I can't go back anymore. All right, but I gotta get some new spark plug wires again. What I need to do is relocate them so they're not, you know, getting burned up for some odd reason. Well, I'm just gonna feel the car out a little. No boost. God dang. Brakes feel wonderful now. I can really feel it. Like, that brake pedal feels so much more alive now. I mean, I can see if I can hold it. it's probably the torque converter, let's be honest. I wonder about it, just that torque converter is not holding my actual power that I actually have down. I really don't want to go to trans brake because there's a lot of things that people don't do with the trans brake. Yeah, I don't know. This thing is just, I think I just need to put a bigger stall in it, because if I go trans brake, there's an issue with transmission fluid pressure going. I need 60 at idle, and then like 200 when I get on it. If I put a trans brake on it, a lot of times it stays at 200, and that's when transmissions start blowing up because you're at 200 all the time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think everything's good on the belt. Let's just check real quick before I even say anything. Yep, belt hasn't moved, turbo still spinning. Look at that cherry. Yeah, like I said, that was a pretty easy install, not gonna lie. But hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you next time.